everybody, nice to see you again on the product review in South Extreme channel, the online review video for the car door product. Now we're ready to serve to all of you. Today I would like to introduce about the monoblock Class D amplifier from Bostwick in the model of the Bostwick-Bos-Dt800D that will be served to you. Before starting the review, I would like to briefing up a short brief about the Class D monoblock amplifier. The Class D monoblock amplifier is very famous in the car audio industry for the long time ago. For the consumer, when you want to be setting up the system for the biamplification for the system that has to boosting up the lower frequency, you will use the Class D monoblock amplifier to be boosting up about the low frequency band. Nowadays, the Class D monoblock amplifier very popular for the lifestyle in the car audio system and very popular in the car audio competition such as the SQ competition, and also very popular in the SPL competition. About the Bostwick Bos-Dt800D is the family of the Bos-Dt series amplifier. If you remember, last year Bostwick had bring up the brother of this amplifier in the name of Bos-Dt800D, the functional amplifier, entered the Thai market. For the short time, that amplifier very quite popular from the consumer for the reason of their reasonable price and the high performance when compared with the price. So about the Class D monoblock Bos-Dt800D, that will be bringing up the new one for the consumer to have the new choice in the car door system. That will be bringing up the flexibility for serve your demand of the car door system. Okay, the next step I will show you about the packaging. Wait a moment please. In the front of you will see that this is a nice packaging from Bostwick Bos-Dt800D. This packaging is come with the rectangular shape with a thick paper. If you see the overall that we use three shade color, will come with the black, red and white. The styling of this packaging that focus for the rigid and the huge of the power output from this amplifier, that we will use the black color to be transfer the identity. You will see the overall will come with the black, and at the top of the packaging you will see the nice product photo, a nice logo, and also in the left you will see that has the function item about this amplifier that will show you about the many perspective that will be reflect the performance of this amplifier. When you see this packaging, I think Bostwick would like to show the identity of the Bos-Dt that will be bringing up in the mind, that will set the mindset and will be exception when you see it. I think so. Okay, the next step I will show you about the overall chassis about the Bos-Dt800D. This is the chassis of the Bostwick Bos-Dt800D. You will see that the chassis is come with a rectangular shape. The main body is made of the die-cast aluminum. On the top you will see the heatsink that will be built in the chassis. On the top part that will be anodized in the champagne color, and in the middle you will see the aluminum plate that would be laser cut for the product logo and would be plugged on the top of the plate. And another area has been anodized in the dark gold color that would be has a contrast for the nice and for the decoration in the car. So in the left corner you will see that this is the model number of this amplifier, and another corner you will see the LED. The LED is indicated of the power feeding in the circuit, and will show about the protection circuit when it operates. In the side you will have the aluminum panel that come from the thick aluminum. The thick just allow the 1 centimeter and has been anodized in the dark of the gold color, also same as the another size. But in the back you will see the heatsink that would be built in the chassis for radiate the heat from the amplifier. So the opposite side you will see that will have the input and the control panel. On the left you will see that this is the speaker cable connector that we use the metal and the gold plate, metal gold plate connector. So next, that connector is the RJ connector that used for to plug in with the base remote control. The base remote control, this the accessories come with in the standard package. You will have the wire cable to be plugged in and to fitting the remote knob in your passenger or in your cabin. So next, that is the control panel. You will see that this is the gain control and the subsonic filter control and the frequency point of the low pass filter inside, and also have the bass boost function. So about the input is has the RCA input that is specially designed, especially the input is will have the output one pair. The output that has the usability to be parallel with another amplifier when you want to be expand the system for the big system. So, and the right corner, that is the power supply input used with the metal connector, has a gold plate. So this is the overall nice chassis of the Bostwick Bos-Dt800D. The next step I will show you about the internal part and the inside structure. Okay, I will show you the inside structure of the Bostwick Bos-Dt800D. You will see that the overall structure that's made of the onboard layout. Every component and every part will be putting on the PCB. You will see that the PCB is made of the glass epoxy PCB double size and plate 2 hole. And about the component, you will see that Bostwick has used a new innovative component, just like the SMD, the surface mount device. SMD is really quite popular nowadays because of we have the compact size and has the high performance when compared with another conventional part inside. So but we had the leader for this technology breathing in this amplifier. So about the layout, you will see that the Bostwick is a focus for the nice layout for separate the part of the part in the section of this amplifier for the easy to maintenance and to nice. So in this part, this is a switching power supply circuit. The switching power supply circuit is come with the huge toroidal coil, and you will see that this is a DC filter from the inside. When you feeding the DC from the alternator from the battery, it will be filtered first before feeding to the toroidal coil. And you will see this part and this part. This is a metal bus bar has built nickel plate for use in the way of the current flow, for has to feeding the more current flow in the part of the power supply. So on this side you will see the transistor and the FET from the power supply that will be working properly with the switching power supply circuit. On the switching power supply circuit that use the TL494, the switching power supply chip, very quite popular in the mostly of the Cardo amplifier on this part, and the output to feeding the DC voltage to the another section, it has used the electrolytic capacitor, the big size, for filter the DC feeding to the another section. So on the front you will see this is the input section. The input section has use the op-amp chip 4558 for working with the electronic crossover, for the gain control, for the subsonic filter, and another. So for the knob adjustment, it has a variable resistor for the seal type that will have the highlight about the to fill from the moisture, fill for the dust to be effect for the contact of the knot. So the amplifier section on here, this is the Class D monoblock. The highlight of the Class D monoblock from this amplifier, the output we use the MOSFET that would be have the high efficiency and more reliability when you're working with the low impedance load. And this one you will see the low pass filter for the output of the amplifier section. You will see the overall of the Bos-Dt800D just similarly to the high-end amplifier in the market. Okay, next step I will show you about the review result. Follow me. When I review it, I have received this amplifier with the new one item. So firstly, before I starting to review, I mentioned about the for sure in the review results that I have to wiring this amplifier to my listening system. I have to wiring and setting up system for the bi-amplification. For my reference system, I use the CD receiver Chasis KD HS1000, and interconnect I use the Police Audio 800 Pro, and the mid-high amplifier I use the brother of the amplifier, the Bostwick Bos-Dt800D800D, and the speaker I use the two-way component speaker Bostwick Extreme 6.5, and the subwoofer I use the Bostwick Bos-EX10 DVC. Okay, after I wiring the system, I have to running in just around the 20 hours before starting the review. In the first hours to the 10 hours, I have to running in continuously for make sure about the reliability and the heat radiated. About the reliability, I got that this amplifier can working properly, does not have the defect, does not have the heat warning. The temperature is in the standard, just like the another Class D amplifier, and the power output in the first hour to the 10th hour at the so cause of the another part in the circuit would be use the time for the running in. After past the 10 hours, I starting to review. I got that the Class D amplifier circuit can be transfer the huge power output. When you see the specification from this amplifier, Bostwick had claimed that this amplifier can show the power output at the 350 watt at 4 ohm, and the 500 watt by 1 at the 2 ohm, and the 1 ohm it can reaching up to 800 watt, very high power output. I had to review with the CD audio file in the SQ style, just like the pop music and the chamber music. I got that the Bostwick Bos-Dt800D can deliver the huge power, can reaching up the D bass, can reaching up the subwoofer to be working properly. Just transfer the audio file in the listening. So I had to review this amplifier with some of the competition CD, just like the SQ and the SPL competition. And I also got that the amplifier circuit can transfer the power output to the speaker, and the subwoofer can be transfer the huge power and had the G-bed. For the conclusion, in my opinion, I think Bostwick Bos-Dt800D can be used in the normal use for the system that you want to be have the lower frequency, to be had the audiophile system, just like the bi-amplification system, or the another system just like the car AV. I think this Class C monobox amplifier can be handled. If you want to setting up the bi-amplification system in the compromised budget and has a high performance, huge power output, I think Bostwick Bos-Dt800D can be respond your demand. So for this day, if you want to follow me about the review video clip, you can follow me on my YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/soundextreme. And if you want to read more detail about the review article, you can access via my ebook at www.soundextreme.com. And also, if you want to follow us on the Facebook, you can paste line at my fan page www.facebook.com/soundextreme. Hope you enjoy. See you next time. Bye bye.